Welcome back. I'm going to talk about the body of the car. So this is the second time I painted it, and this is PPG urethane. I put it over blocked primer. I blocked it with a marker coat so it's not ripply or wavy. Very happy with it. And the body was not in horrible shape when I got the car, but it wasn't in great shape either. So there is new metal welded in various places, not just for the various deletions I did, but also to repair some rust work. So I'll go over that. But this is just to give you a general overview of the paint. So again, I'm very, very proud of the way that came out. I converted the garage into a booth. And I sprayed it wet, so it looked good even before buffing it, but I did sand it, the whole car, with 1200, then 1500, then polish, and then swirl remover. I wax it every year, and there's light polish in the wax, but I always do that by hand, so I don't consider the car to have been buffed since I painted it in 2015 the second time. So this shine here is the way it always is. So we talked about the various deletions in the previous video. In terms of repair work, the only real dent in the car, there was some grocery store things, but the only real dent was back here. That had been repaired during prior ownership, but when I stripped the car, I found filler here. And it's not thick, but there's filler there. I think it turned out well. So it wasn't caved in, but there were marks from one of those stud pullers where they weld the dent puller and then pull the dent out. And they got it pretty good, but not perfect. Both rear arches are mostly original, but I did have to cut out rust. And I don't remember exactly where it's in the build thread, but imagine sort of rectangular cutouts on the arch itself, and then also on the inner arch. And then when before I painted the car, I actually cut the entire lip off, welded it shut, and then welded on a piece of welding wire. So the lip is very, very strong, but there's no overlapping metal. So I don't see how rust would happen again. And the inner part of the panel is filled with Cosmoline cavity wax. And these are 205 tires, and they can fit up into the arch without rubbing. One or both fenders, I don't know if it was one or both, but behind this part of the kit that was rot. So when I had the car on the rotisserie, the fenders were off it, and I took the fenders aside on a table and reconstructed that with new steel. And the backside is filled with cavity wax and Cosmoline. And I don't remember which side, but one of the pinch rails, I don't know if you can see, had some rust on it, and I cut out a section and reconstructed it to look OEM. And I didn't just cover the rest of everything, the rocker panel where it comes down, and then the inner steel. This lip that's folded over is actually part of the floor, and then there's another, if I remember right, there's another layer that goes up and becomes part of the inner rocker panel inside the car. So all three layers are reconstructed, again filled with Cosmoline cavity wax, so I don't see that there'll ever be a problem. Again, there. The doors were off when I painted the car, so the jambs are painted. This is taped off. It's the original sticker, and this I think I just added later to be cute. Door switches for the dome lights used to be there. That's deleted, so got to mention that. There's no sun visors, there's no dome light. The headliner's new, but that's as simple as it gets. Sunroof works fine, by the way. Can't think of anything else on the body. So if I missed something or I forgot something, I will make another video. And if I don't think of it, put it in the comments and I'll be happy to follow up. So next I will do the interior more thoroughly than I did on the introduction. See you then.